when your AC blows, but not in the right spot. Floor is selected. We're coming out of vent. Let's go defrost. Nothing. We're coming out of vent. It's got a 2015 Ford Fusion. The vent select on the heater or HVAC controls is not working at all. Can't get anything out of the window defroster, and no matter what selection you make on the dash, it's always coming out of the vents. So this thing, okay. There we go. So this piece is out of here. Oh boy, that was a surprise. The whole steer column was not supposed to fall down like that, and in the process it looks like we broke some type of wire. I guess this thing's going to have to come out of here, and we're going to have to figure out where that wire is supposed to go. That escalated quickly. Wasn't really planning on taking this out. We found the connector that we broke off of this sensor or doodad, whatever this guy is here. I'm not sure. But we broke the terminals right out of the connector, and we're gonna have to find a way to put that back on there. So to do that, we would have to take the whole steering wheel out anyways. If I would have read the manual, I probably would have noticed that if I would have read the manual. Didn't do that. Wasn't really planning on taking the whole steering wheel out. I was hoping to just kind of lay it down, but looks like somewhere in here, if I can find it. Let's see. Yep, it's right up in there. So we would not have been able to access that with the steering wheel in the way. Anyways, we're gonna have to try to get this connector back together. It just broke the end of the plastic piece off, and the pins and the wires are still 100% intact. We just need to try to get this connector back together again so we can plug it back into whatever that doohickey doodad is. Into the hole we go. We're looking for the actuator. I think right there it is, hiding out. Probably can't see it without the light in there. We'll get you lit up here in a minute. Definitely don't think I could have accessed that with the steering wheel in position, though we were going to try. There she is. Shed some light on the situation. Looks like we got 2 screws in there, maybe. It's kind of hard for me to tell at this angle. You probably have a better view than I do with my head way back here and too close to the actuator itself. We're going to get the new one and take a look at it and see if we can tell. Looks like those are screws. So here's the new one. It's got multiple holes. I think there's 2 screws, one in the upper left, one in the lower right. We can reach a power screwdriver on the bottom screw, and it looks like we were right. It's definitely just a screw. Now we're trying to reach in at the upside one, and we're having some real difficulty getting anything except a really tiny ratchet on it, and it's just really hard to get in there. She is in there and plugged in, and my fingers are like this because the only way we could do it was this little guy on the top bolt, well, screw doing the little 2-finger rotate. We got it in there, but man, it really cramps your hand. So let's get this steering column back in here and see if that works. We did lose that little red like security clamp to make sure that doesn't fall out of there, but it has a push button. There's no reason for that to get pushed, and I just couldn't get it in there, so we're leaving that out. Hopefully the piece we glued back together is dry now. We're probably gonna take the tape off it, put a little bit more glue on the outside just to make sure it's secure, and then 5-10 minutes we'll start jamming all this crap back together. In this video, we partnered with our friends over at eManual Online, and they supplied us with a manual specifically for the car that we were working on. This allowed us to thumb through this repair procedure in a much more straightforward fashion. This is the item that we needed to replace: the air distribution door actuator. Tells you need to remove the steering column, has hyperlinks contained within the manual. And you can see the unit that we replaced right here. It says, hey, you got 2 screws right here that you need to remove. First, you need to go up and remove the steering column. This is a steering column section, and if we would have paid closer attention, it details exactly what you need to do to remove the steering column, even down to the point of the electrical connector right here that we completely disregarded. This was my fault because I thought I was smarter than the manual and I could leave this steering column connected electrically and leave it in the car just off to the side. That was wrong. It tells you right here, hey, unplug this thing for the deployable steering column connector, and you got to do it before you take it out. My error. If you'd like to get a manual for this car or a manual for any other car, I'll leave a link down in the description. And if you enter my code, you will get 22% off. I think that's just a steering wheel lock. No, wait, I have no idea what that is. What is that? Somebody? Anybody? I have no idea. It's like a red light. I have no idea what that is. Drop down in the comment section. Let me know what that is if you know. Can't do anything too crazy. It's just got 2 terminals, a ground and a positive maybe. Alright, now we can get this back in the car. So I don't know. It might only go on one way, but obviously you want to make sure you go back in the same way you came out with the steering wheel positioned in the correct orientation. So right now we got the column upside down. The key needs to be on the other side. So flipped it over and stuff her in there. Oh God, back didn't hurt before this. Alright, time out here because I thought that sensor thing was on the bottom, but it might be on the top. Trying to figure out how we get that thing back in there. We might have to drop the steering column down, but it didn't come down. Ah! Alright, we're gonna have to take the steering column back down because that's on top. When it was outside, I thought it was on the bottom for some reason. But that was wrong. So, luckily we just finger tightened these. Let's drop this down. See. Okay, there it is. Let's put that back in there, get the bolts in, and we'll have to try to plug it in from underneath. So I got this thing back in there because that's on the top side. I mean, you probably could if you really wanted to, but why would you want to, if you know what I mean? What the heck is that? No idea what that is. Don't think the cable's long enough. We're gonna have to try to plug it in after it's up there. I'll do the same thing though. We'll get the bolts started. Now, ow, okay. Need to do is get that plugged in now. Got it. Okay. Wipers are on. Well, good news, I don't feel anything blasting out up here. It's supposed to be coming out down here. And definitely gonna feel it coming out there. Let's go vent. Okay. Let's go defrost. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a win, and everything is fixed. Slam this back together and we will be able to sit in the cool, breezy air, defrost the window, and heat our toes. Mandatory test drive around the block, make sure everything's good with the steering wheel and whatnot. Let me get the AC kicking. Get a little on the floor here. Oh yeah, we got floor and vent. So we're gonna throw on defrost and mount that. It's really blasting out that. Like a nozzle up there. Tone the air down a little bit. Get it off of defrost. That way it's not blasting you guys. Here we go. Dodging a minivan. Look out. So I'm not gonna lie, we've had that part. This is our personal grocery getter, soon to go down the road. And we had that part for about 1.5 to 2 years. Having access to that digital manual, being able to thumb through and see, okay, yeah, we have to take the steering wheel out. We don't have to take the gauges out. We have to take the steering wheel out. Maybe a hiccup there about fine details like that electrical connector that we missed. All in all, I think having that manual was a win. It helped us get this done, and it helped us get it done way faster by letting us know what we needed to do. We could have done it without it, but we would have been probing around quite a bit. Oh yeah, being able to select where the air comes out. Huge benefit, huge bonus. Pretty sure if I was looking at a car and the heater controls didn't work, I'd be pretty pissed. So now this baby's ready to go down the road. What do you guys think? 2015 Ford Fusion EcoBoost, 88,000 miles, relatively new tires. Not all beat up, looks pretty nice. What do you think we should ask for it? It's time for this baby to go down the road. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.